Wow, this is a cool looking premium feeling keyboard, so is it worth the price tag? I'm Real Gian and welcome to the channel. Keyboard looks like it's made for Apple. There, I just said it. Now I have to admit, this is an awesome looking keyboard. Maybe it's because I'm used to seeing a lot of black keyboards. It's when I see a white one, it makes me feel special. It's the same feeling with the Razer Black Widow X Mercury Edition. So the obvious downside to this keyboard is that it's going to be a pain in the ass trying to keep it clean. If you're the kind of people that eat and drink at your desk, then this keyboard will probably give you hell. Unless it's spill resistance, then that's a different ball game. Besides this, there are a few changes I want to point out if you're the ones that have the OG K70 and you want to see if it's worth jumping to the MK.2. The most obvious is that the logo now lights up, so you have a K95, then it's nothing new to you. Then you have the media controls that are shaped differently. I think this is better than the old one because it's raised up, so it's easier to press. Those are the two things that I noticed so far. I'll make another video to show all of the differences because I do have the older one. Well, I have the Lux. The silver color frame reminds me of the older Corsair keyboards like the K70. Man, that K60 was an odd one because it's not fully mechanical. There's like certain keys that they cheaped out on and they use membrane. But anyways, that silver reminds me of that particular K60. Since the K70 is my daily driver, I'm sure that you guys are probably really familiar with most of the things that I'm going to talk about, so I'm going to keep it short. Dedicated media controls, floating key design, volume scroll wheel, of course last but not least, USB pass-through. This keyboard rocks the MX Silver Speed Switch, which in my opinion is the superior version to the MX Red because it's faster to response. In terms of reliability, I'm sure this keyboard will probably last longer than you do unless you do something most of us wouldn't do to their keyboards. It should be rated for 50 million keystrokes, so if you ever get over that amount quickly, then you might experience some problems. In terms of consistency, this keyboard is consistent across the board. The light on the PCB instead of the top is something that I personally very much liked. This keyboard also comes with cherry stabilizers, which is my personal favorite because it's just so much easier to clean the keyboard than the Corsair stabilizers. I don't have to deal with the metal wires if I plan on replacing the keycaps, and I don't have to deal with those little plastic pieces that doesn't fit right if I don't align them correctly. I would gladly sacrifice that extra bit of crispiness feeling on the longer keycaps to have the ease of use when it comes to taking out those longer keycaps. Normally, in most of my videos, one of the most common complaints is the keycaps. Not today. These keycaps are awesome. They should be in every single mechanical keyboard that is north of $150. These are double shot translucent PBT caps and they make such a big difference in terms of daily typing and gaming on this keyboard. For me, normally, I don't usually like typing on linear switches because they don't feel solid to type. With these keycaps, it does make the keyboard so much better to type on, at least for me. Overall, the look and the keycap really steals the show for this keyboard. I have to say, I'm quite disappointed in the choice of wrist rests because their competition Razer have this very soft foamy wrist rests that are magnetic. At $180, I do expect more for the wrist rests and I think they can do a lot better than this. These plastic type wrist rests with these hooks needs to go away. They should look into having magnetic wrist rests because it's really convenient for the consumer, and if they do something like this, then they can remain one step ahead of the competition because they have PBT keycaps. One of the things that I thought was special about the K70 is that you can raise the keyboard up entirely due to those 4 feet. They cut out the 2 bottom feet. I guess people don't really use them, and in return they added cable management slots for the headphones, so I guess that's a fair trade. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. The Corsair Q software is one of the best because it gives you layers of lighting effects, and there's a huge community backing with the constant custom lighting profiles for you to choose from. This software has really come a long way because it used to be really confusing in the beginning, but now it's really user friendly. The only real flaw here is that you actually need the software. If you don't have the software, this keyboard is pretty much done. One thing that I have to mention is before updating the software, I had the older version, and after the update, it keeps giving me error. Corsair Q has stopped working, close program. After completely downloading a fresh software, the errors are gone. I would say with these keyboards, if you plan on just having the older software and updating, I say scrap that, just go to the website and download a brand new one. In terms of typing, I do like typing on this keyboard, but it's average. Since it's a linear switch, I do miss my strokes, but that's probably because I'm not used to typing on linear switches. These keycaps really amps up the typing experience and it makes it more solid. When it comes to typing on linear switches, for me, it feels like I'm slipping every single time. With these PBTs, I don't feel like I'm slipping as much. In terms of linear switches, this is one of the best typing experiences I had so far. My guess is that because the keycaps are heavier, it feels heavier during the lifts and when I make my transition. Anyways, here's what the keyboard sounds like. This keyboard is $180. Let that sink in, folks. You're spending an arm and a leg for this keyboard, so for that kind of money, if you really want a keyboard to play video games and occasionally type, then this keyboard might actually be a good fit. If you want the extra bank of macro keys, you don't care for premium keycaps, you should go with the K70 for the extra $20. This is definitely one of those keyboards that is for people that want everything and are willing to pay for the price. Personally, if I only use the keyboard to play video games and I don't need the extra bank of macro keys, then this keyboard is on my short list. Sure, it's a lot of money, but if you're one of those people that plans to buy a mechanical keyboard for the next 5-10 years or beyond, I do think it's worth it. If you are the ones that buy lots of keyboards to get a feeling of the different types of switches, then I'm sure there are other cheaper alternatives if you want to get your hands on a silver speed switch. So, would you buy this keyboard? Let me know in the comments down below, and if you do plan on buying the keyboard and you want to help the channel grow, I really do appreciate that. You can buy from my affiliate link that I have down below. I do get a small commission when you buy from the link, and it does really help me make more of these awesome videos for you guys. Anyways, if you made it this far into the video and you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to ring that bell to become part of the mighty notification squad. As always, you guys stay awesome.